So, I'm a drummer, and depending on when you're seeing this video, I may have had to forfeit my heterosexuality. I'm not totally sure on that. We're just going to put it in fate's hands. But the most important thing at hand here is we are finally listening to Dust from the PGR soundtrack. You've got Ghost Final involved, so I know it's going to bang. And this has been a very highly requested one from you guys, so I'm really excited to hear it. These never disappoint. Is that the sitar? Interesting. You've got this like deep throaty droning in the background, almost like a oh crap, I forgot how to say it. You know what I'm talking about, right? Shit. Anyways, we gotta focus. Very pretty but dramatic vocals here. You think this is the song that she's listening to? Ooh. Is that a slight hint of sinister action to come? Oh. Are we about to have a Ghost Final moment? Yes, we are. Come the hell on. All right. Okay. I love the sitar leads in here. What a neat combination, having that with all the snare, having that with all these electronic sounds. There's that electro sound. So let's talk about what we have happening here as far as rhythm and motion within the song are concerned. So we've got the 4 on the floor kick drum pattern. I feel like we have talked a lot about 4 on the floor lately, and I think that's a good thing, quite frankly. It's one of those things I've mentioned a few times before. Some people, they like get weirdly upset by the idea of using 4 on the floor, like it's too common, it's too basic. To me, that's the beauty of it. You don't have that luxury with every instrument that you have. In a video I did recently, I talked about how drummers, we have the opportunity to create dynamic in multiple ways with one instrument, and not every instrument has that luxury. And I think that it's something, obviously this song isn't recorded on a live drum set, right? They're using a drum pad or loops or whatever that they're using, but the idea remains the same, and you can mix things up as far as how you create that dynamic and what you do with the opening that you give yourself. So you have just your basic 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little dance hat in there, right? The it's a classic. It's undefeated. And one of the reasons why it's undefeated is because it gives you a really open dynamic at the base level of the composition. So you can build in other things on top of that. And beyond that, it gives you the opportunity to create additional dynamic as you go on. It's really easy for drums and percussion to flood a soundscape and to take up all the bandwidth that you have right there. But when you stick to that 4 on the floor, it keeps the motion, it keeps the rhythm, it keeps the percussion, it keeps the count, and everything's moving right along with it. But it lets you layer on top of it, where you still have these neat, distinct parts. And you can create dynamic like this. So basically what you've got with this lead line on the synth, if we're gonna count this out, it's in the 4/4 time signature, right? So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, that's hitting 16th notes minimum. We might be talking 30 seconds. It's difficult to try and like actually count it out and spit it out. You know, it's easier if you had like a program where you could look at the actual beat map for it. But we obviously don't have that. And so by just sticking that normal old 4 on the floor kick drum dance hi-hat pattern, you can do stuff like this and create more motion and more movement. And that's something we see a lot with the PGR stuff in Ghost Final. Ghost Final in particular, I just want to give a shout out to them, I guess I don't know. They do a really good job of laying down like these electronic techno inspired basses to the songs and letting everything build on top of that, and they never lose their momentum. They gain and they lose dynamic, but the momentum doesn't ever stop with these songs. And to me, that's part of what makes them just feel like they got this magical feeling to them. You know, it's like the whole experience is entertaining. It never loses its grasp on you. See, there they shift the dynamic by adding in more kick hits right before this drop off. It's just really smart songwriting. And in a lot of ways, it's just kind of sticking to the fundamentals of songwriting while adding in extra flair. Yes, here we go. Another snare build. I'm going to predict, I don't think we build all the way up. I think we're going to drop back down. Hear me out. Sick. I love it when I'm right. Doesn't everybody? That's not unique. Everyone loves to be right. That's interesting. That's got a really nice swing to it. It shakes up the very aggressive, just straightforward 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 that we've had. Oh, okay. Using that same sound and changing it in that way was exhilarating. Yep, it's a Ghost Final track, isn't it? There's those vocals. Oh, the whole choir, man. Yeah, there's the whole beat back, baby. Oh, this is sick. Again, we're talking dynamic. It just keeps building. Run it back. Yeah. So this is essentially just a musical turnaround. The music is damn near the same. They just cut out the vocals. Again, dynamic. They've added more instrumentation in here to keep that big feeling without just repeating those vocal runs non-stop. Another build up, dropping off. Oh, yes and no. So there we just, that's cool, man. It goes final. I love the way they compose these songs and structure them. We just talked about how it was cool that they dropped the vocals and kept the instrumentation going with a little bit extra to make a shift in dynamic without making it like overly dramatic and not making it boring by playing the same thing over and over again. And now for this couple of measures, they're doing the opposite. They're stripping back the music and bringing in the vocals hard. And again, you know, this does feel like a step down as far as dynamic goes, but we have not lost that momentum yet. Oh! Oh! And now they're using the vocals as an instrument. You gotta be shitting me. Oh. This is like how the song started. That drum fill is awesome, man. Once I get the studio set back up, I gotta try and play this on drums. This would be an absolute treat to play on drums. Sick. Once again, punishinggrayraven and Ghost Final absolutely freaking delivering. Damn, that was a blast, gamers. I just keep them coming. Keep them coming. Just keep commenting PGR videos. If you haven't seen it yet, leave a comment. But every time I pick out one of these songs, they're awesome. And sometimes we go a while before we get back to PGR, but I will always keep coming back to PGR if the music always keeps staying this good. So let me know, what PGR track do you want to hear next? Also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe. I've got links down below for Discord, Twitter, Blue Sky. Be sure to find me on all of those. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video. Love the games, love yourself, and I love you. Bye.